Yo, what's up, catch up? Today I'm going to take you for a ride with this bad boy. Okay, let's discuss the performance of the Anza Monday motorbike. Starting with the speed. Speed number 1, you will find this useful when you're in a crowded area because you don't want to accidentally speed off when you start pedaling. For me personally, what I do is like I put my feet off the pedal and just use the throttle. The maximum speed on this mode is around 5 miles per hour. And mode number 2, I think this is the most commonly used one because the speed is just right and using the pedal assist in this mode is still okay and doesn't feel awkward. The maximum speed on this mode is around 15 miles per hour. And the last mode is mode number 3, which I find useful when you're going uphill or you just want to cruise without pedaling. Now, using the pedal assist in this mode is a bit uncomfortable and awkward because the amount of force that you give is unproportional to the speed that it gives. It's way too fast. The maximum speed for this one is around 20 miles per hour. The speed is just enough for me. I think it is the right maximum speed for an e-bike. Even at 20 miles per hour, I think you can already get into a serious accident if you're not careful. So that's why I don't understand some people are complaining that 20 miles per hour at the maximum speed is not enough. If you want more speed, why not get yourself a proper motorbike then? Moving to the throttle, so this bike has a half twist throttle compared to the Super 73's thumb throttle. I don't know whether I would prefer the thumb throttle, but my main concern with the twist throttle is that it's easy to accidentally twist it more when you're moving the bike around, or if you're in a panic mode for whatever reason, you could twist it more instead of pulling the brakes. Pedal assist. So I do pedal from time to time, especially when there are cars around or if I'm using the sidewalk for some reason to let the people know that I'm actually driving a bike and not a motorbike. The reason I'm saying this because when I was in the park, I can see those obnoxious look from people because they thought I was driving a motorbike in the park. With pedal assist up to mode 2, it feels great, but still after a while it gets tiring on your thigh and crouch. That is because your legs are spread apart as opposed to the normal biking stance. And also, mode number 2 is borderline uncomfortable or awkward in terms of speed. I want to talk about the battery cover because the battery cover rattles like an empty trash can whenever I run over bumps. Whoa, you see that? I mean, you hear that one? I mentioned this in my unboxing video because I thought earlier the magnets were misaligned due to improper packaging. But still, after aligning them as much as possible, I still have the same issue. So what I do now whenever I run over bumps, I just clip them with my ties. Or if I'm passing people, I just let it rattle to let them know I'm passing by. On your left! But the sound is really annoying. It sounds like your bike is falling apart. Or actually, I can put some padding on the area where the cover is hitting the chassis so that it can absorb the impact and minimize that annoying metal banging sound. Moving on to the seat is a bit stiff but still okay. And also you can buy those cover or totally replace it with something more comfortable, so it's not an issue for me. This bike doesn't come with shock absorbing forks, but the ride is still smooth. The fat tire is enough to absorb all those bumps in your ride. Yeah! Whew. What what I like the most with this bike is the looks. This is the primary reason why I bought this one, even though with all the negative reviews. It looks so sleek, like a classic scrambler motorbike. Whenever I'm riding, I feel like I look like David Beckham, except the face. We can't do anything about that one, but yeah, it feels good, and that's what matters. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now let's talk about what I did not like about this bike. First one is the quality. Don't get me wrong, the quality is maybe around 7 out of 10, but the screws were bummer. Now I may not be a handyman, but I'm not that stupid to mess up 3 different screws. So I think there's a problem with this screw or the screw hole itself. And mind you, these are not just any screws that you use on plates and things like that. These are crucial screws. One is on the handlebar and 2 are the one that holds the battery. So it is a big bummer that these screws are not securing tightly. Actually, just today when I was about to use it, I realized that the shaking noise is too much. So I removed the battery cover and voila! Apparently the last screw that is holding the battery base has finally gave up as well. Therefore, the battery is no longer secure at all, and the bike is totally unusable right now. Also, apparently, the screw of the control panel fell off without me knowing. I mean, this bike came pre-assembled. Who would have thought I need to tighten any screws? Anyways, I hope this bike doesn't break before I fully paid it off, because that would be so annoying. Now the packaging. The battery cover, the battery compartment were not packaged properly. I thought this is the heart of the bike. It would have been on a special box with all styrofoam all over it, but no, it was left loosely inside. Therefore, the battery got damaged. There were so deep dents in there that I thought it wouldn't work. Luckily, it did work. So I'm like really surprised to find it all over the place. You can see it in my unboxing video. As soon as I take the bike off the box, you can see that they were all dangling all over the place. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with the battery. They think that it's due to border customs opening the package, but to me, in my opinion, whether they open it or not, if the battery is secured in place, it wouldn't be damaged that bad. What baffles me is that why use a short screw in the first place for a very important component? Before purchasing the bike, I did tell the salesperson my concerns about all the negative feedbacks that I have read online. Then I also told him that I might be reviewing it in my fairly new YouTube channel. So I would have thought they would at least give a little bit of attention on my order so that I get the best experience as much as possible. But I guess that didn't matter. Now, I won't comment much on the battery because there's not much to go around here in our neighborhood, so I wasn't able to really max out the battery. Plus, the battery life depends on a number of variables, just like the environment, terrain, the height, and the weight of the rider, so I think the battery life will vary depending on the situation. However, charging the battery without removing it in the cover is a challenge. It's so deep inside, and also there's a screw sticking out blocking the way. Therefore, I always end up removing the battery and charging it on its own. Customer service. So I did email them about my issue and took them 4 days to reply. While they did spend some time with me through a video call to discuss the issue and also look at the bike and the box itself, unfortunately, nothing was resolved. I was just asked to buy the longer screw myself since shipping costs to Canada is not covered under the warranty. I was like, why are we even talking about the warranty when the bike arrived falling apart from the get-go? I'm not usually very fuzzy at all on small things just like the screw, but at least I should have got what I paid for. I'm not a very meticulous person, but come on, the screw and the battery damage issue is not a small thing. Besides, this is not a cheap product. It's not like I'm a crazy rich Asian who can buy anything I want. I basically YOLO'd this one, meaning it's too expensive, I have no budget, no extra money, but the warm weather is coming up soon and we only have a few months of warm weather here in Canada, and with all this COVID situation, who knows if I'm gonna die tomorrow? So I closed my eyes, just clicked that add to cart button and shouted YOLO, and then click that submit button. That's the YOLO purchase. So would I recommend this bike? So if you're looking for the cheapest, good looking classic Rambler e-bike, in my opinion, this is the bike for you. This looks good. And if you don't mind knowing that there's a chance that you'll have the same issues that I have, then for sure go get this bike. But in my opinion, if money is not a problem, or you can afford to shell out additional 400 or 500 USD more, I would suggest just go with Aerial Rider X Class, because it has dual suspension and better battery. Or better yet, get the Super 73 S1. It has a great community, and for sure you have less chance of getting these issues and headaches. So do I have regrets getting this bike? Hell yes, I should have get the Super 73 S1. It's not that I can afford it, but I YOLO purchased this anyways, so might as well just take the hit and suffer later. Anyways, I've made peace with myself and I'll just focus on the positive side. It's still a great looking bike, for sure you'll still get those "wow, that's so sick!" Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.